Driver again, me.
Hi guys. I know, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Let me tell you why. So last Thursday, I had a customer in the back of my car and she was coughing and spluttering that much. I felt it on the back of my head. It was absolutely minging. But then on the Saturday morning, when I woke up, I had whatever bug she had and I just did not want to go out. Never mind do a video. Never mind even go to work. I ended up having the weekend off. An Uber driver having the weekend off. It's not heard of, is it? So yeah, just PlayStationed it up really. And then I went to do a video on Tuesday. But because when I was out, I ended up getting a flat tyre. So there was no video to give you on Tuesday neither. So I've not had a good week and a half, 2 weeks at all. So hopefully today my luck's going to change. It's Friday. It's about 2:05. Let's see how I get on. The nightmare continued. So it's about 10 past now, 1:15, something like that. Yeah, I'll stick it here. I'm on 22 quid, I think it is. But when I switch my engine on my car, the service light come on. And it's not long be serviced, so we just never reset it. So I had to Google how to reset it and reset that. Nightmare. Then I switched the Uber app on and it was, you need to recognise yourself, you know, take a picture of yourself. So I leaned forward and took a picture and it said, unable to recognise you, please take your glasses off. The bag's under my eyes that bad. Then I had another nightmare with a customer who gets in and goes, I need to get to the train station by 2 minutes past for the train, Heighton train station. So she wanted me to do a 7-minute job in 3 minutes. I went, absolutely no chance. I said, that's not going to happen. She was like, no, you can put your foot down. I went, look, we've got roads. You know, it's not a DeLorean. She went, what's a DeLorean? That's when you know you're old, isn't it? What's a DeLorean?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Then I was on my way to another job and I got a cancellation. But Uber didn't give me the money for it. And it was a couple of minutes. So I did that trip request review thing. And then I got me 350. You know, I'll stick it here. So now it's dead busy. Kids are all out of school. This hour's not going to be great, I don't think. But fingers crossed me luck changes, because it hasn't yet. It's 4:20 and I'm on 46 quid. So the last hour, it's alright. I've done over me 20 quid an hour, haven't I? But I did only have one job. And it was from Belvale towards St Helens. So I took it because it was worth it. Still over the 2 quid an hour. 2 quid a mile, 2 quid an hour. Imagine that soon. But so I took it and he wasn't at the pickup point. He went, phone me. So I phoned him and he said he was round the other side of the building. So I went and got him. I thought, you know what, I'll just go and get him. It's a decent job. So I got him. Come to St Helens. It was showing all kinds of surges, but when I got here, it's all gone. So I'm not sure where I'm going to head from here. It's offered me a couple of jobs in between, you know, when I was en route to here, but they weren't worth it. They were like, I mean, one of them was to go 3 miles and it was £4.25, and I'm like, no. So I'm not sure if I'm going to bail back towards Heighton and Prescott. It's 6:50. I know it's been ages since I give an update, but hey ho, it's the way it works sometimes, isn't it? I am on 94 quid. So I think I'm doing okay, especially because it's a Friday. Only time will tell whether it's a good Friday or not. But it's definitely going okay. But let me tell you about this job I got before. So you know sometimes people are dealing with miles and they're going, oh, I wouldn't do that because of the miles, or stay to that, you know, that type of attitude. So I got a job before and it was 1 mile away from me, going a mile and a little bit. It wasn't much, like 0.2, so it was like 1.2 mile the job, and I was offered £5.50, and I thought, yeah, go on then, I'll do that. You know, I'm close enough to it, a mile away. So I went, picked them up. It took me 40 minutes to complete the job. As we come out of the Tesco and we turned into the road, it was just absolute back to back, bumper to bumper, all the way down to the roundabout. I could not believe it. So 40 minutes it took me for a fiver. I was mortified. So that's when I was coming out of St Helens. That's because I don't know St Helens. So when it come up with the postcode saying where it was like, yeah, go on, I'll do it. But that's why it's good to have the knowledge of where you're driving. So that if I would have known that was a Tesco on some type of estate where it's got all kinds of shopping centres and stuff, I would never have took that job. But I did not know this, and that's why it took me so long. Anyway, let's see how the next hour brings. It's 8:30 and I'm on 114 quid. So from that last update I give you, it was about 15 minutes sitting on the side of the road till I got a job offer. And I was debating, this isn't working. But then I did get a job offer and it was a tenner. So I thought, yep, I'll do that. So I did that. And then it was about another 8 minutes maybe. And I still hadn't had an offer. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to have a little break. So I had a quick 15-20 minute break. Went and got myself a coffee. Drank a coffee. And then switched my set back on. And nothing was happening. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to play the Uber game. Now anyone new to the channel, Uber game is where I head home. If Uber offers me a job that's worth it, I'll stay out and carry on working. If there's nothing happens, I will come home. But then Uber offered me a job to Heighton, which, you know, Heighton Prescott, it's where I live. So it was like, yeah, okay, so you're going to give me an Uber job on the Uber game to go home. Thanks very much for that. It was a guy with a load of golf stuff, and he put it in the booth. We had a good laugh and stuff on the way back. And then as he got out to go, shut the door, I'd forgot his golf stuff was in the back of the car. And I just went to drive and he banged on me roof. And I thought, oh, he's one of them that bang on the roof to say ta-ra. He wasn't. He was banging for his golf stuff. So I got a little bit further down and then I realised, oh, this golf stuff. So I stopped and reversed and he met me. And then we were laughing about it. He went, you nearly got away with all my iron stuff then. I went, oh mate, I would have brought it back. Anyway, it's Saturday. It is 2:10. Do you know what? When I got in last night, I was looking over the jobs I'd done and stuff. And I realised that I didn't get one single tip. Now, you don't expect tips, to be fair. It doesn't happen often. But you'd at least get one or two per shift. So I brought my reinforcements out today. See if I can get some tips today. Little goodie bag for people. I actually got the certain badges on Uber ratings, like car cleaned and good chat, made me laugh. And there's one that's called well stocked. Now, I said to a friend, how are you meant to get that? And he went, oh, that's for the limousines and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. And then I went, I'm going to get it. And he went, no, you can't get it. You do, but X, you'll never get that. Because of that bag of sweets, I've actually got 2 of that badges saying well stocked. Anyway, let's get on with it. First hour up, it's 2:10 and I'm on 26 quid. That's really good in the first hour, but you know what, right? You know, where it offers you job after job after job. So when you log off Uber now, it tells you in this session you had so many offers and you completed so many offers. So in the last hour, I had 21 offers and completed 4 jobs. So it just goes to show my acceptance rating has proper took the knock. It's gone right down because of yesterday and because of today. But I don't expect it to stay this way. But that's pretty good in that hour, isn't it? But it just goes to show you do have to pick and choose. You can't just do every job they offer you. 4:10 and all I've done is about 15 quid. I'm on 40 quid. What a terrible second hour. But it was because I got a job offer that was okay. It was 2 miles away. So I started heading towards it, and there was quite some traffic. So it took me a bit of time to get there. And then when I got there, the passenger wasn't there, and they didn't cancel it. So it had to wait down the whole time waiting there. But I've now figured out the difference between the cancellation fees. So some people have been getting cancellation fees of £3.50, like you seen me get earlier. And other people have been getting £3.75. So the people who get the £3.75 are the people who are waiting till the time expires. The people who get £3.50 are the people where the customer's cancelled while they're en route. So yeah, I've figured it out. 5:20, I'm on 72 quid. Just let the customer, right? And it was a pickup from an Asda, and he absolutely filled the back of my car with all kinds of bags. He must have bought half the shop. And that's what I said to him. I went, have you bought half the shop, mate? He went, oh, it's 3 weeks worth. So we get to his property where he lives, and it was a flat. And he went to me, can you help me bring it up to me flat? I went, what? And he went, can you help me bring it up to me flat? I went, no, mate, no, I can't. Sorry, we're not allowed to do that. I just left it all at the side of the road. You know, took it all out and left it all. I waited for him to come back down, like, before I drove off. Can you imagine that? Taking it all up to the flat. And what if there's no lift? I presume there wasn't a lift, because it wasn't a massive flat. No thanks. I'm on 125 and it's 7:10. I know, it's been a while again, hasn't it, for the update. But it's been absolutely crazy busy. But there has been loads of jobs that I've just said no to. Yeah, have a look at this. So this is like a session where when you log in and out. Now and again, I'll log in and out. And in the whole session, that's how many jobs it offered me. And that's how many I'd done. So that's like an hour or something that session was. So it just goes to show you. But anyway, I'm getting straight on because I've got a customer waiting. It's 8:10. I'm on 158. You know, I'll stick it here. It's been going quite well. It's been after you filter all the dodgy jobs that I showed you a minute ago. It's quite well, and it's had a lot of follow-on jobs. So where I've been dropping a customer off, it's offering me jobs, and I've been filtering them whilst, you know, I've got a customer and it's like, nah, I don't want that. And a customer even went, doesn't that do your head in, shanging all the time? And it's like, only when it's bad jobs. But I don't know what the next hour's going to bring, because it can be quite slow, can't it? The 8 to 9, I've mentioned it before. I'll tell you now though, I've avoided the city centre because, you know, I don't like them. And I've also avoided the football. So there's been a football match today, a local one. Everton's played at Goodison, which is L4. And I have completely avoided going there. And I think that's helped, to be honest. It's like, just avoid, because, you know, if you think about it, when you go there, so's every other driver. So there's not going to be any work there. So no matter how much the job is to get you to Goodison, you've then got to deal with the traffic to get out a job, to get to an area where there's going to be a low amount of drivers and hopefully a high demand. It's just not going to happen. It's 10:10 and I'm on 203 quid. Yeah, I'll stick it here. Now I did look through and I have had 2 £1 tips. I'm telling you, it's the sweets. And I've also had a £2.50 cash tip as well off someone. She asked for 2 sweets. So I think that's why she gave me it. But, you know, it might help, it mightn't help, who knows? Could be pure coincidence. Plus, I've had sweets to eat whenever I wanted. I've had a customer before that it wasn't great. They tried to get in with what looked like, you know, the paper cups from a vending machine, full of wine. Well, not paper, the plasticky ones, full of wine, open. Who's gonna let them in the car? She opened the door. I went, what's that? She went, wine. I went, no. And she went, no, it is. I went, yeah, okay, I believe you that it is. No, you're not bringing it into the car. No. straight into Sunday now. So last night I did want to stay out more and do longer, but before I did that last update, it had been 10 minutes with no job, no trip offers. Well, it had a trip offer, but it was a no-go. And then after I did that update, I waited another 5 minutes and nothing happened. So I was close to home, so I just come home and thought, you know what, I'll try today. I'll try Sunday. I haven't done a Sunday in a bit. So let's see how I get on. First hour up, 2 o'clock. I'm on 20 quid. Hey, let me tell you what just happened. So I was parked at one of them, you know, estates, but they've got a little park, couple of swings and stuff. And there was loads of lads with bikes. Young lads between 8 to 12. And one of them just come directly towards me and went, have you heard the song such and such? I don't remember which song he said. And, you know, me being a dad, I was thinking, I went, no, mate, no. And then the alarm bells started going off for me. And he went, what music are you into? I went, mate, you realise I'm a complete stranger in a car by a park and you're coming over and talking to me? And he went, yeah, but you're an Uber driver, you've been checked out. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely burst out laughing and went, beans, eh? It's 4 o'clock and I've only done in the past 2 hours 15 quid an hour. So I'm only on 50 quid. But you can't expect every hour to be brilliant. It is what it is, isn't it, guys? Sometimes you'll have a good hour, sometimes you won't, but it's still above 15 quid. So that's the main thing, you know. But look at this job that it offered me. This job here. To Manchester. 33 miles. Look at the price on that. Who's doing that? Because I'm not. Imagine that, 40 minutes or so to get there. Then you're dealing with heavy traffic because it's peak hour on a Sunday. You may end up, more than likely end up coming back with nothing. So you've done 60 miles plus. And then it's about an hour and a half in time. So even though I didn't do that 33 quid, I've still done 30 quid in roughly the same time frame. But it's half as little effort as what that Manchester job would have been. In fact, a quarter of the effort of what that would have been. But now I'm in the city centre. Because it was that slow, I took a job to the city centre. I hope it works out for me. I'll let you know. It's 5 o'clock and I'm on 77 quid. Isn't it mad how you can have 2 really bad hours and then boom, you just have a great hour? And you know what was even better about this one? Is it's got a toll in that's paid twice. So I've ended up with an extra 4 quid getting put into my wallet from Uber that isn't actually getting used on the toll. A good that, innit? Well, it's 6:30 and I've decided to call it because the last job I did was a mile away from my house. What I've did though is I've managed to keep the Uber set logged in the whole time. So it'll show you how many jobs I've done, how many jobs I've been offered and how many jobs I completed here. I'll stick it there. So I'm on 102 quid and that's pretty much how it's gone today. But them jobs that it's offered me have been quite rough that I've turned down. Some of them were like, it was 3 miles away from me, going a mile and a half, and they wanted 375. That's all they were offering me. It's like, no, I'm not doing it. And of course that Manchester one. Anyway, let's do the roundup. So we've got Friday's hours, Friday's earnings, Friday by the hour. Then we've got Saturday's hours, Saturday's earnings, Saturday by the hour. Then we've got Sunday's hours, Sunday's earnings, Sunday by the hour. Now let's put it all together. This video has total shift time, total earnings in this video, and total by the hour. Don't forget, I've added it on already, but I also had the £2.50 cash tip and the extra £4. It's good, isn't it? If you've enjoyed it, give us a like, give us a sub if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one.